Have you ever noticed some odd habits in people who survive narcissistic abuse? Let's take a closer look at their daily lives. Abuse leaves marks, not just on the surface, but in everyday routines. At first, these habits might seem strange, but each one has a story behind it. Here are 10 habits you might spot in narcissistic abuse survivors. Number 1. They second-guess what people say. Survivors of narcissistic abuse tend to doubt what others tell them. If a partner says something sweet, instead of taking it at face value, they might wonder, do they mean that, or are they trying to trick me? This habit forms after repeated manipulation and criticism. Psychologists describe it as a defense mechanism. The mind stays on alert for manipulation, so even simple compliments get questioned. It makes trusting others without suspicion genuinely difficult. Number 2. They wear a poker face in social settings. Many survivors put on a poker face around other people, a mask that hides what's really going on inside. This develops after enduring emotional manipulation and criticism, teaching them to guard their feelings rather than risk showing vulnerability. Psychologists see this as a survival mechanism, a way to avoid further emotional harm by keeping true feelings under wraps. Number 3. They overclean their surroundings. Constant criticism and control from a narcissist can leave someone feeling like they have no control over their own life. Cleaning becomes a way to manage that chaos. Picture someone who spent years walking on eggshells in a controlling relationship. Scrubbing the kitchen for hours or organizing everything meticulously isn't really about tidiness. It's about reclaiming a sense of order and control that was taken from them. Number 4. They always double-check locked doors. Repeatedly checking that doors are locked can become a kind of security ritual. It's rarely just about the door. It's about feeling safe and back in control. Psychologists trace this habit to the trauma of feeling invaded or unsafe during the abuse. The ritual offers reassurance and eases anxiety, even if it means checking the same lock 2 or 3 times before feeling settled. Number 5. They prefer eating or traveling alone. After a relationship where every choice was criticized, where to eat, how to plan a trip, solo activities can feel like freedom. Psychologists note that survivors often crave alone time as a way to reclaim independence and rediscover their own preferences. Eating out or exploring somewhere new by themselves becomes a way of hitting the reset button on their autonomy. Number 6. They stutter when sharing their story. Trying to talk about what happened to them, some survivors hit a mental roadblock. Words get stuck, sentences stumble. Experts suggest this may be the brain's way of slowing things down while it sorts through difficult emotions, a protective response to feeling overwhelmed by hurt and confusion that hasn't fully been processed yet. Number 7. They say, "I'm sorry," constantly. Over-apologizing becomes an automatic reflex after being blamed for everything by an abuser. Even something as small as someone else stepping on their shoe can trigger an apology. Constant criticism distorts a person's sense of responsibility, leaving them anxious about even minor mistakes. Psychologists note that therapy and support can help rewire this response. Survivors don't have to keep carrying that weight. Number 8. They avoid eye contact during conversations. When speaking up used to invite criticism or being shut down, eye contact can start to feel risky. Psychologists link this to a learned association between being seen and being hurt. Avoiding eye contact becomes a subtle shield, a protective habit that can linger long after the relationship has ended. Number 9. They hyperventilate when making a point. Presenting an idea or defending a position can trigger real physical stress, shortness of breath, a racing heart for someone whose opinions were constantly dismissed in the past. Psychologists connect this to years of feeling unheard, which chips away at confidence. In the moment of trying to be understood, the body reacts as if it's still fighting that old battle. Number 10. They brush off compliments. For many survivors, accepting a compliment feels complicated. Clinical psychologist Dr. Ramani Durvasula, known for her work on narcissistic abuse, has described how survivors can feel as though they're not allowed to simply accept praise, deflecting with an, "Oh, this old thing," instead of sitting with the positive feeling. This deflection acts as a shield against feeling exposed or vulnerable. Psychologists note that many survivors have internalized the belief that they aren't worthy of praise. Understanding these habits sheds light on the lasting impact of narcissistic abuse. From over-apologizing to avoiding eye contact, these patterns usually trace back to a history of manipulation and emotional trauma. Recognizing them is a real step toward healing and reclaiming your sense of self. If any of these sound familiar, seeking support, whether through therapy or a trusted community, can make a real difference in your recovery. If this resonated with you, hit follow so you don't miss the next video. We cover a new topic on healing from narcissistic abuse every week.